Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for our third video, Ushers and Elevators. This video will go over the job descriptions and expectations for these two positions. As always, if you feel that you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or Jeff anytime. Section 1. Ushering. When it comes to ushering, the most important thing to know is the seating chart for the venue. Our venue seats over 800 patrons on a sold-out show, and it's important that each one is sent to the right place to create an easy flow and stress-free experience. When you arrive for your shift, please check in with the house managers to see if there are programs for that night's show. Check that you have sufficient playbills with the correct programs if they are needed for the show. When patrons arrive, please direct them to their row and make sure that they understand which seat is theirs. At least one usher should remain at or near each post throughout the show. If they are available, you may sit in seats near your post, but try to keep an eye on patrons coming or going who may need assistance. The balcony consists of 5 sections: left balcony, center left balcony, center right balcony, and right balcony. Typically, the name of each section will be listed on the ticket, but if for any reason it is not, such as an ink smudge or a ripped ticket, a good tip to know is that each section has a unique set of numbers. Left balcony seats are all in the 600s, center left balcony is all 200s, center is 300s, center right is 400s, and right is 500s. The rows of seats are all labeled alphabetically. In the balcony, seats start at row AA and ascend. If a customer came up with a ticket whose seat number is 303DD, they would be the 3rd seat from the aisle, center section, 4th row from the railing. In the orchestra, the house is divided into left orchestra, center orchestra, and right orchestra. Similarly to the balcony, each section has its own set of numbers. Left orchestra will be even numbered, 2, 4, 6, up to 24, 26, and 28. Right orchestra will be odd numbered, 3, 5, 9, and so on. The center section is similar to the balcony in that all of the numbers will be in the hundreds. Examples. If a ticket location reads seat B4, that would be left orchestra, row 2, 2nd seat from the aisle. Seat J107 would be center section, 7th seat from the aisle, in the row marked J. And C1 would be right orchestra, 3rd row, 1st seat from the aisle. Here is a map of the venue for reference. Please feel free to pause here to take a look, or refer to the map at the end of your volunteer handbook. If you have been given special instructions regarding late seating for a particular show, please act accordingly when seating late patrons. If you're unsure if it is an appropriate time to seat a late patron, a good rule of thumb is for patrons to be held in the back of the theater until a break, such as an applause between songs. During the show, any distracting behavior such as cell phone use, excessive noise, or misbehaving children is to be addressed at your discretion. If you do not feel comfortable speaking to a patron, please find a house manager. If at any time before, during, or after the performance you encounter a problem that you are unable to resolve, please notify a house manager. The backstage doors must remain closed at all times, and no unauthorized person is allowed backstage or in the opera boxes. At intermission, and at the end of the show, ushers may be asked to stand by each emergency exit to prevent patrons from using them. At intermission, other ushers should resume their posts by the entrance to assist patrons as needed. After the performance, please resume your position to assist patrons and accept programs. When most ticket holders have left, please return all seats to their upright position and assist in the cleanup of the theater. Tips and tricks. Each section of seats may start its count from the left or from the right. It is useful to be aware of which arm of the seats in your section have the seat number on it. Patrons can then be told you're in row B, seat 9, and you'll see the number 9 at your right elbow as you sit. During the cleanup stages, there are gloves and trash bags available at concessions. If you encounter any lost or found items, please bring them to concessions or to a house manager. For certain shows, you will see row Z on a ticket. This is a removable set of seats that we have in the center section of the orchestra and is placed before row A. Section 2. Elevator. The elevator can be tricky, but once you get the hang of it, it's not so daunting. To call the elevator, press the exterior call button, located to the left of the door. You will need to press and hold the button for the elevator to move or for the door to open. As the door opens, please have patrons stand clear. It is best to inform patrons of the limited space and have those accompanying elevator users to meet you in the upper lobby, house right, before the show, or in the lower lobby, house right, at the end of the night. Please note, due to COVID-19, if you are uncomfortable riding in the elevator with a patron, you are more than welcome to get them in the elevator and then go to the other floor and use the exterior call button to bring the elevator and the patron to the floor they require. In normal circumstances, you will generally ride the elevator with your patron. From the inside of the elevator, you can press and hold the button pertaining to your destination floor. The door will open automatically when you've reached your floor. Please remember that the elevator is sensitive and that patrons should be instructed not to help with the opening or closing of doors. Please be at your post to operate the elevator at intermission and at the end of the performance. The elevator should be left in the upper lobby when the performance starts and returned to the lower lobby at the end of the event. Some shows definitely use the elevator less than others. If this is the case, please keep an eye out for ticket takers and greeters who may need assistance. For example, if a line is busy and a ticket taker needs a house manager for some reason, you could go grab one. Or if you see someone struggling to answer a patron question that you might have the answer to, please don't hesitate to help. Helpful tips. Feel free to take a test run in the elevator before the house opens, especially if it is your first time. Thank you so much for watching. We hope to see you real soon.